What's going on, people? Your boy, man, Mike here, sitting next to KStylzz and your boy, Jew, the calm before the storm. We are the heavy hitters, and this is week 2. You already hear the notification, so y'all already know what to do. All right, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Head over to Jew Talk Sports, KStylzz, kicking it with KStylzz, the 6-man KStylzz. All right. Head on the Atlanta Falcons Nation. I mean, everybody always talking about how many subscribers I got, so don't that just leave me out of the equation. But hey, man, let's let the people know what's up, man. What's going on, KStylzz? What you got going on today?
Hey, man, 6-man KStylzz, aka the Fat Man, man. You know what we do right here. Being like I said, being on the Atlanta Falcons fan list, hated list, it feels pretty good right now. Feels good. They can't stand our guts right now. I'll tell you.
Jude, what's going on, man? Let the people know how you feeling today, bro.
Man, I should have wore a hoodie, Mike, a cutoff hoodie. Put the hood on like Bill Belichick.
Hold on.
We're on to Cincinnati.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey, there we go.
Just tell one time, KStylzz, we on the Tampa Bay. We on the Cincinnati. I don't got nothing else to say. We on the Cincinnati.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Like KStylzz say, man, it comes down to it. We're not going to speak on anything in week 1. This is a new week. This is not how we do things. So Monday is our day to get everything off our chest. We got the post game on Sunday and Monday to get everything off our chest. Tuesday is a brand new week. So we will not talk about anything that has anything to do with last week's game. But with that being said, man, I guess we can get back into some of the most important things. The keys to victory. Now, everybody who's new to the channel, we are doing things a little differently here. We're going to start with the Atlanta Falcons, but we definitely, if there's any Tampa Bay fans that's new to the channel, again, man, thank you guys for joining us. As a matter of fact, I have a show with the guys at 9 o'clock. I will be back, but I'll head over there for 15 minutes to kind of give those guys, the 411 Atlanta Falcons content, what's going on with our team. I will have that video in the community tab so you guys can check it out. But the 3 keys to victory, man. Drew, you want to start us out with the Falcons' 3 keys to victory?
Okay. So 3 keys to victory. First key to victory in this game: stay ahead of the chains. Stay out of 3rd and long. Throw the ball early. On first down, throw the ball. Throw the ball when they're at least expecting you to throw the ball. And usually that's on first down when they're in their base defense, when they think you're going to run the ball. So keep them off balance in this game. Also in this game, when I say throw the ball, come out fast. Start fast. You got to get out to a quick start in this game. Start building like we did in the first game. When you come out, if you get a first down, go into a no huddle. Try to keep these guys on the field and wear these guys down. We know that Tampa has a good defensive line, so you want to wear these guys down. So if you get out to a quick start, if you stay ahead of the chains, if you throw the ball on first, because a lot of the times teams expect you to come out running the ball, especially how we ran the ball in this last game. They're going to expect us to come out in a heavy run sets and run the ball with Mike Davis and Cordero Patterson. So come out and do something different and kind of throw them off balance. Now, I'm not saying don't run the ball at all, but I'm saying throw the ball early on first and second downs, mix it up so you can get into those 3rd and short situations and stay out of those those 3rd and longs, because we know we have a young offensive line and we know that their defensive line like to pin their ears back. So don't give those guys a chance to pin their ears back. If you stay in 3rd and mediums, like 3rd and 5 and less, you can prevent them from pinning their ears back, bringing those exotic blitzes and things of that nature. The second key to victory in this game is turnovers. Win the turnover battle. If you're on defense, try to knock the ball, loose. Foye is known for punching the ball out. I need these guys trying to strip the ball out. Ronald Jones in the first game, him and Fournette have a fumbling problem. Both of those guys have been fumbling the ball as of late. In this last game against the Cowboys in that first game, Leonard Fournette was thrown a screen pass, went off his hands, intercepted by Trayvon Diggs. So we got to take advantage of their mistakes. So the second key to victory is win the turnover battle. Protect the football, no interceptions, no fumbles on our end. And when they make a mistake, capitalize on it. If they fumble or they throw an interception, capitalize on it. And then my third key to victory is going to be very simple. In the red zone, score touchdowns. KStylzz talked about it. We know that the Bucs have a high-powered offense. So when they get in the red zone, green zone, money zone, whatever you want to call it, they're going to put up touchdowns. So we have to score touchdowns. I don't want to see Younghoe Koo trotting out on the field, but just to kick an extra point. We need to see touchdowns. We didn't score a single touchdown in that first game. So we definitely have to score touchdowns in this first game. And I want to see more creative plays out of Arthur Smith. I know it was his first game. He probably couldn't, draw up everything that he wanted to draw up in that first game. But in this game, and when we get in the red zone, I went back and watched that Eagles game. And a lot of those plays were really vanilla. Like it was really nobody open. If you guys go back and watch that first game when we were in the red zone, Matt Ryan really didn't have anybody to throw the ball to. Pretty much it was sticky coverage. They were just rushing 4 and dropping 7 in the coverage. And they were playing a lot of zone coverage. So when we were in the red zone those 2 times we were there, to me, we weren't creative enough. So be very creative. I know Arthur Smith has some, things up his sleeve. And I want to see those rub routes. I don't care that we got called for PI in this last game. The way that you get guys open in the red zone, we've seen New England and all of these teams. Even when Kyle Shanahan was here, I don't know if you guys remember, I believe it was like the playoff game against the Seahawks, where he threw like a slant to Julio Jones, and Mohamed Sanu kind of was just like blocking on the play. I want to see some creativity. And when you get in the red zone, please don't take out Kyle Pitts. Leave Kyle Pitts in the game. We need all of our weapons in the game. Kyle Pitts and Hayden Hurst, keep those big body guys in the game because you can throw them fades. You can do a lot of things with big bodies. And when you get in that tight area, we have a lot of smaller receivers. So I want to see us go big. I want to see Hayden Hurst out there on the field. I want to see Kyle Pitts out there on the field when we get in the red zone. If we do those things, I think that we will have a chance at winning this game. So the first key to victory, stay out of 3rd and long. Second key to victory, win the turnover battle. Third key to victory, score touchdowns in the red zone. If you do those 3 things, you'll be right there neck and neck with the Bucs, possibly pull off the upset.
KStylzz, you want to get yours in?
All right. You see, as I'm rubbing my nails here, number 1, whatever the hell you did last week, do the complete opposite. Which covers a lot of ground, but you must, like I said, you must do the complete opposite. You was conservative, open it up. You throwing quick out routes, throw in the middle. You kick field goals, score touchdowns. Like I said, it's just simple as that. 2, if I see some yellow out on the field, if I see yellow on the field, it better not be 14 times. It better not be 12 times for 100 yards. We cannot have that. Like I said, these are the defending Super Bowl champions. They are battle tested. Like you said, this is a high-powered offense. This is an aggressive defense. Penalties are going to kill you. And 3, do your damn job. What I mean by do your job, hold your zones. Hold your containments. Hit the quarterback. Tackle in the open field. Like I said, I don't have no extravagant words to say about the 3 keys this week. But the only thing I'm just gonna say is you gotta bring it all this week. Because now you have Arthur Smith and his coaching staff is going to have to prove themselves, because the first game literally has the fan base turning against each other. So you want to smooth that out. I'm gonna end up on that.
Well, mine is probably one of the most obvious ones, and I think this is the most important. Going back and seeing a few clips of the game, two things that, well, it's really one thing that stood out to me. And I know a lot of people, the first thing that come to mind is going to say pass protection, but that's not what I saw. What I saw with this offensive line is that it's just not together. I like Dre, everybody knows I always say one thing that matters, but the offensive line and even the play calling with a quarterback and a coach. Chemistry. I literally everything I saw was just chemistry. It was a lot of assuming from this person and that person. We saw the guards. For me personally, the one thing that stood out to me is the guards. They were assuming that he was going to have this person and they was going to have that person. It had very little to do with technique. Just on the few film things that I've seen on Twitter, a few guys put out a couple of things, but I saw things that were easily corrected. It was assuming. Chris assumed that Mayfield was going to have this guy, and like again, it was every once in a while. It's like you saw some technique. It's like not every offensive lineman is going to be technical. Like they're gonna be some big hogs. Big hogs. All they want to do is run and smash. Like that's ultimately what they do. So like you're not going to be perfect in technique all the time. And even in basketball, a quarterback. I mean, Aaron Rodgers. You look at Aaron Rodgers. He probably got the worst technique as a thrower there is. All he does is just heave the ball up. He don't even move his leg. All he does is just throw all on. So technique is not something that you're going to consistently, do in a game, because like you can't be talking about technique when you got this 300-pound dude running at you at at full speed. Like, bro, I ain't trying to think about all right, I got to get my hips right. I want to get my arm right. I got to throw the ball with a little loft on it. Like, you ain't thinking about that. You just getting rid of the ball. So it's chemistry. I need to see the guards' chemistry. All right, that's the first one. The second one for me is, despite what a lot of people think, like I think he did everything that you possibly need right now. They need a change in culture. And for a long time, we've all seen that this Atlanta Falcons team, all we know is when we get down, where is Julio? Where is Matt Ryan? Where is Grady Jarrett? Where is Dion? We can't do that anymore. This is not the new. This is a new team, a new regime. Everything that you saw before, get it out of your head. And like I said, I love the fact that he did not stop running the ball even when we were down. As fans, it's ingrained in us for the last 6 years or so. All we know is when we down, can Matt Ryan save us? That's it. That's what we know. So I even caught myself like, why are you not passing the ball? Why are you not passing the ball? We're down. That's a great trait. That's a great trait to have right now. We need a culture change. So the second one is obviously run the ball so we can play action off of it. You got to play action off of it. You're going to get big plays from Kyle Pitts. You're going to get big plays from Calvin Ridley. So don't stop running the ball. Do not stop running the ball. And the third one is obviously probably the most important. As everybody looking at Miss Maggie, Grady Jarrett. I need you.
I'm just in here quiet. Go ahead, Mike.
I need you to finish sacks. I need you to finish sacks. Look, girl, like, why you gotta come in here with all that mess already? You already started with me. I'm trying to be mellow, Mike.
You
today, okay?
started with me. I just came in on the screen. You already everybody looking at Maggie.
But Grady Jarrett, like I said, Grady Jarrett got to finish sacks. If we go, because Tom Brady ain't gonna go nowhere. You ain't gonna see him rolling out and doing all that type of stuff. If he does, he's gonna run into some sacks because this team is gonna blitz. But we're gonna blitz a lot, especially this game. One thing you don't want to do is blitz a mobile quarterback the way we did. Like even in the Philly game, like we didn't blitz a lot because you can't you blitz mobile quarterbacks like that, you're gonna get burned. So we're gonna see a lot of blitzing, and their guards are gonna have to deal with Grady Jarrett. And if Grady Jarrett is doing Grady Jarrett things in this game, it's gonna be a long day. And I know people looking at me like all crazy, it's like it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day. And we saw it in the Super Bowl when Grady Jarrett was doing his thing against the same Tom Brady team before they got tired and worn down. Grady was eating. That dude had almost 5 sacks in the Super Bowl. So it's not out of question. Can he do it? It just comes down to can the Falcons score touchdowns in the red zone? You know what I'm saying? Can they score touchdowns in the red zone when it all comes down to it, man? So those are the 3 keys. O-line chemistry. Second one is the continuously run the ball so we can use play action. And the third one is Grady Jarrett. The spotlight is on Grady Jarrett. The hot light, the spotlight, whatever light you want to have. All right. Just like everybody about to put all the spotlight on Miss Maggie, we about to put the spotlight on Grady Jarrett. And that's all I got to say about that.
Like, I got my own.
What's up, everybody? I was trying to wait because my internet trying to go in and out today. I'm the KStylzz of the day. So what's up, everybody? I've been kind of missing the action, been taking a break, during the preseason and everything else. But I'm well, I'm alive, I'm here. I just want to say what's up to everybody. And I guess I'll throw in my little keys to whatever. I ain't experts like them, but I put my little notes together, just to say what I feel.
Whoa.
A little bit. So, but anyway, what's up, Mr. Motivator? Let me say hey to everybody since it's been a while since everybody's seen me. What's up, Ray Fitty? How you doing, baby? How y'all doing? So, as far as you already kind of said what I had down. One thing I can say is eliminate the negative plays. The penalties. We got to get a handle of that. Apply pressure. I'm not gonna put them in order like y'all do. I'm just gonna list some things that I feel because y'all kind of already list a few things I was gonna say. Our alignment, we got to line up right. And one thing about it is I think we only registered 1 tackle for last season, for the last game, is what I'm thinking I remember. We got
1 sack.
1 sack.
Yeah,
One sack. One sack. Okay, it was 1 sack. So we got to do a lot better with that. Definitely. And stop the explosive plays from Tom Brady's side. It's just what it's gonna have to come down to. It's like we can't keep defense on the field as long. We got to do our part offensively because honestly, when you don't protect that Matt Ryan, and he don't have enough time to do what he needs to do, you see him on the ground a lot more. And you saw that horrible picture of him. Everybody like, y'all want to see a dead body? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, So y'all kind of pretty much said everything I wanted to say, but I just wanted to go and protect. That's right. That's right, people. That is right, people. Let's see what everybody's saying in the chat.
Put pressure on Tom.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Putting pressure.
Yeah, penalties did kick our ass, definitely.
Yeah, and that's we're gonna go into the Tampa Bay Bucs. Good gracious, like we're gonna go into this dude 2 years old. I just don't know what's up with him, and he's just in this screaming phase for whatever reason. But again, I'm sorry.
They said 2 years old is the worst, and mine is coming up.
He just screaming for no reason. He'll just be sitting there, just like what's wrong with you?
No, you guys see what his daughter do, KStylzz. Oh my God, she'll have this little fit. She'll do this and then she mad. She'll go in the corner and she'll throw tantrums like she throw her hand, but she'll go in the corner and just be like, oh, I want everybody to look at me right about now.
She just fall out like she just dead or something like.
And then everybody tell what Adonis was doing earlier, dude. Tell him what Adonis was doing earlier.
Man, Adonis be doing everything, dog. That boy screaming, talking. Hey, I'm about to bring him on the show. So he gonna get his 3 keys of victory. He was talking up before the show.
Girl, man, I came home, boy. I was tired of hell, boy. I came home. As soon as she came in, she had a whole conversation with me. And I understood for some reason. I don't know how.
You understood everything, man. Hey man, let's get to these quick Tampa Bay keys to victory. Go real fast. Jude, go ahead and start real fast. My bad, KStylzz.
No, you good.
So Tampa Bay, if you're a Tampa Bay fan, first off, yuck. But the 3 keys to victory for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right. First thing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, first key to victory is jump out to a lead. If you can get ahead by multiple touchdowns, then the Falcons are on the heels and we're in trouble. We seen that last week, and this is pretty much the key to victory for any team that we play, because our team is not built to come back from a large deficit, because we don't want to get unbalanced. That's what Mike was talking about. So if you're Tampa Bay, you want to come out strong and you want to get out to a big lead. If you can get out to like a 2-possession or 3-possession lead, like 14 or 21 points, or even like 17 points, then the Falcons, you kind of eliminate our running game. Even though Arthur Smith kind of stuck with it, it's hard to stick with the running game once you get down by so many touchdowns, because at that point, you're fighting the clock. So if I'm Tampa Bay and I'm the coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I'm trying to put the ball in the end zone as many times as possible and make the Falcons play catch up, because we know once you do that, the second key to victory for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, once you get that lead, you can pin your ears back. And that defensive line of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we know that they legit. We thought the Eagles, got after us. Their edge rushers there in Tampa Bay are better than the Eagles. The Eagles really, their line is mainly interior pass rush. The only edge rusher you're really afraid of with the Eagles is Brandon Graham. He's the only guy that's consistent as far as on the edge with them. If you remember last game in the middle, Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargraves, they gave us hell. So in this game, you got JPP coming off the edge. You have Shaq Barrett coming off the edge. Then you got Vita Vea and Ndamukong Suh. So to me, the Buccaneers defensive line is better. So the second key to victory for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, after you get that big lead, start bringing pressure. And they like the blitz. We know that they like to not only bring pressure with the front four, because that's all the Eagles was pretty much doing, is bringing the front four and then playing zone behind it. But we know that Todd Bowles, he'll zero blitz you. If you didn't watch the Monday Night Football game, they were doing a lot of zero blitzes and stuff like that. We know that the Bucs will bring Devin White, their other linebacker, down on blitzes. So we have to be very careful, with that blitz. But if you're a Tampa Bay fan, first key to victory, get out to a big lead. Second key to victory is unleash the blitz, because we know that we have a young offensive line. And then the third key to victory for the Buccaneers is mainly coaching. And the reason I say that is sometimes Bruce Arians gets full of himself and he starts doing what we've seen Philly doing, going for it on fourth down. Like, respect your opponent really should be the third key to victory. Yeah, the Falcons, we did lose 32-6 in this last game, but don't disrespect us, because you always want to respect your opponent, because we're pros just like you. In any given Sunday, that movie came out for a reason. Any team can beat any team on any given Sunday. So if I'm the Buccaneers, I'm looking at the Falcons as if they're one of the best teams in the league. Even though they just got blown out, you never know because this is a division game. And we know division games usually are always close because those games are worth more. You know what I'm saying? Those division games, you're fighting to win that division. So those games count for like 2, where the other games count as 1. So the 3 keys to victory for Tampa are simple. Get a lead. Once you get that lead, the second key to victory is bring that blitz. Let that defensive line and those linebackers just unleash on our young offensive line. And then the third key to victory for Tampa Bay is respect your opponent. Like, don't get full of yourself and start thinking, okay, it's 4th down and we're backed up. We're going to go for it because they can't stop us. You do that, then you put Matt Ryan on the short field and you're going to see what can happen. And that's pretty much my 3 keys for the Tampa.
Okay, KStylzz.
Damn, you kind of hit on one of mine, but I'm gonna go ahead and reiterate it my side. But key number 1, like I said, people remember these are not particular order type keys right here. We're just saying 3 keys, boom, boom, boom. The A-gap blitz for Tampa Bay is going to be their best friend here. The tape is out there about Jalen Mayfield and Matt Hennessy in the interior of the Falcons offensive line. So if you really want to test how tough they are, like I said, Ndamukong Suh, Vita Vea, they're going to be a handful. But that A-gap blitz, double A-gap blitz that y'all are specialty, that y'all specialize in, that's going to be your best weapon on defense to demoralize. 2 is kind of interesting. Run the ball. Run the ball. Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette. Those are your Hawks that won you that Super Bowl. You run the ball.
Uh-huh.
You want to limit it. You want to limit the Falcons' defense as many opportunities to hit Tom Brady as possible. This is why we say running the ball is very important, because you don't want to put many hits on your quarterback, regardless on what style of quarterback they are. And 3 is the slot receivers. Antonio Brown, Scotty Miller. The middle of the field will eventually be your friend, which we know Tom Brady's going to utilize. It'll most likely be Rob Gronkowski, but, I think the Falcons kind of know that, so they're going to game plan for that. So it's going to have to be big opportunities for like a guy like Scotty Miller, Antonio Brown, and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But as well as you're going to want to keep Mike Evans involved in the game, because I know Mike Evans didn't get as many passes the first game, and I don't know what his mindset is when he doesn't get as many passes. We don't know that. But attack the middle of the field. That's my 3 right there.
I think this is the first and all this. Look, I one thing I don't do is disrespect the opponent, like you said. Like that's you can't come in assuming that just because a team is 0-16 or 0-8 or 0, you just gonna run over them. Like, you got to show respect for them. So the first one with me is y'all better not disrespect Grady Jarrett, because if you come in there thinking just because we got off to a pretty bad start as far as our O-line is concerned, Grady Jarrett, and it's like Grady Jarrett gonna eat your ass alive. You know what I'm saying? And our defensive line did not play bad at all. So don't disrespect the trenches. All right, and I had a different way of saying it. I actually wrote it down a little differently, but we freestyle over here. The trenches, don't disrespect the trenches, because I've said this over and over again. Every dog is gonna have its day. Every dog is gonna have his day. We talk about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan getting cut from his high school basketball team. After he going to North Carolina, thought he was gonna start. Nope, they said it's behind on the bench. Kobe Bryant, he thought he was big stuff when he got drafted in the NBA. Became one of the few guys to ever come out of high school and get drafted. That man got in the game and shot air balls. I think he shot like 4 or 5 air balls in one game. You know what I'm saying? Came out there and embarrassed himself. But he didn't let that stop him. So don't disrespect the trenches, because if it does, and somehow Mr. Tom Brady end up, you fall on the leg, you do this, anything can happen. Anything can happen in the NFL games. So don't come out disrespecting the team because what you saw the previous week. 2, you got to run the ball, because the receivers for the Atlanta Falcons don't have a lot of chemistry. Kyle Pitts, he has chemistry with Calvin Ridley and Hayden Hurst, but you have a different passing game. So it's going to take Falcons a while to kind of get those, to get the passing game up to speed, because what we're dealing with now, and a lot of people don't understand, Matt Ryan has to understand what Arthur Smith is thinking, and that's the biggest issue with the passing game, or why the passing game was. He understands what Dirk Coat is thinking. That's how it was an easy transition. He doesn't know what Arthur Smith is thinking. So they have to run the ball, because if the Falcons end up getting that chemistry, but that passing game, we already know we can run the ball now. We had 124 yards rushing. We averaged 90 yards rushing last year. All right, we can run the ball now. Falcons with a running game and a passing game, that's something dangerous. So y'all better run the ball and keep that clock churning. Don't come out here and start trying to pass the ball every single play, because this is not the same mentality on defense. Like Dean Pease, he's an aggressive style. Like once he see your weakness, he's like a shark in the water, bro. Like he smell blood, that's it. He coming after you. All right, he's coming after you. So that's the second one, and the third one. Y'all better attack those guards. KStylzz kind of alluded to it. You better attack our guards. You better attack them, because if you sit up here and try to play 4, you're just gonna rush 4 guys. I'm telling you, don't let Matt Ryan get into a rhythm. That's one thing you don't do with an elite quarterback. Is don't let, and not just elite quarterback, just don't let any quarterback get into a rhythm, because once they're in a rhythm, it's hard to stop any quarterback in this league. Everybody has talent. All right, some better than others, but everybody has talent. You let a quarterback get in the rhythm, your ass is grass. So again, all right, don't come out and think you better than the team because of what they had. Respect your opponent. The 2, all right, run the ball, and 3, you better attack the Falcons guard. So that being said, man, kind of get to some Q&A, or we can go into another. We can go into another. Because it's not a lot of news that came out. I think we had Brandon Copeland. He was added.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much it. But we can kind of get in the Q&A if you guys want to.
Okay. Yeah, but because I know. Let me ask you something right quick. I want to see if I want to kind of pick your brains a little bit here. And I think I might have said this last week, or I might have said this the last show. Do you think the Falcons can really run on this defensive line? Do you think they need to do you think they could stretch them out, or you think they need to go power?
The Falcons?
Yeah.
Do they need to stretch out the Bucs?
Yeah, talk about outside runs.
I think that's what he wants to do anyway. So I don't really think he's he's gonna run where there's a weakness. That's one thing I know about Arthur in his running game. When he see a weakness, he's gonna keep doing it. We saw it with when he was in Tennessee. Once they see a weakness, that man gonna get that ball to Henry 40, 50 times in the game. So like that's one thing about Arthur. Like once he see him and Dean Pease, once they see that weakness, they're gonna keep going to it and they're gonna call plays off of that weakness. So I think that's another thing we gotta kind of understand about Arthur. You know, he's learning to, be a faster play caller early in the game, to kind of observe the game a lot faster, especially when you have a quarterback. And this is no disrespect to Ryan Tannehill, but he's not no Matt Ryan. All right, once Matt Ryan is in a rhythm, look, you can call it a day. All right, so he's going to have to pick up when Matt Ryan is hot. Arthur Smith, he's going to have to pick up that fast. All right, so when Matt Ryan is, you just know when your quarterback got it today. All right, so I'm gonna get, I got these set of plays, then I got these set of plays. If he's not in a rhythm, I'm gonna call these. If he's in a rhythm, these are the things you do. So like, I think it just depends on, if Matt Ryan is in a rhythm, because like you can't dictate whether or not it's going to be a good start or a bad start or a slow start. Nobody would have figured the Falcons would score 6 points last. I mean, that's not been their history as a team in its totality. So like, I think that's the biggest thing. You just have to wait and see. And I know that's not the popular thing. Everybody don't like to wait, and not everybody's patient, as we see, Falcons fans. Y'all ready to fire everybody that has anything to do with Falcons. So we just gonna have to wait and see, bro.
Yeah,
but
hey, look, they want to fire everybody that want the Falcons, and they want to fight every Falcon fan that still has hope. That's that. I think that may have been one of the funniest things that's been going on here. You got like I said, you got guys that then gave up hope after the first game, ready to fight people that still want to have hope.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's it.
What you guys say on that, Drew?
Well, this is what I'll say. When it comes to the Falcons in general, just we know how our team has been the last couple years. Like when it comes to playing down to our opponents, and Twisted talked about this when he did his show. So y'all go over to Twisted Torch channel. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button. But he talked about us playing down to talent and then playing up to competition. Like when we played against the Chiefs, everybody just said that they were going to drop 50 on us last year. And we dang near beat them. We were basically a dropped interception from AJ Terrell of winning that game. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at it, I think this game is going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think. And I give the Falcons a puncher's chance at winning the game because, like I said, it's any given Sunday. And what Mike was saying is like when you have a quarterback of the level of a Matt Ryan who's been an MVP, a quarterback that's not afraid of the big moment, and then he has weapons. It's just those weapons getting into a rhythm. That's what he's talking about. Like Sunday, we didn't really get into a rhythm with the passing game. Our running game, we had a rhythm early, but the passing game, there was no rhythm to it. So that's why I say in my keys to victory that I want to see us throw the ball early, like on first downs and stuff, so you can develop a rhythm, even if it's throwing short. Like you talked about it in the post-game show, KStylzz, with the Eagles with Jalen Hurts. Everything the Eagles did early in that game was just like short passes to get Hurts in a rhythm. And once Jalen Hurts got in the rhythm, that's when they threw the ball down the field to Devontae Smith on that little pick play. But other than that, everything was just short and intermediate. So that's what I want to see in this game for Matt Ryan. Just get him into an actual rhythm. Let him throw the ball so the receivers can get a rhythm. Because like on Sunday, a lot of the guys, like our wide receivers, didn't even see any targets. Like I don't think Christian Blake saw any targets. I don't think Olamide Zaccheaus saw 0 targets. Russell Gage had 0 catches. He had 1 target, I think. Kyle Pitts had a few targets. Hayden Hurst had a few targets, and Calvin Ridley had a few targets. But none of those guys had a bulk, they didn't have a bulk of targets. Like, so when you don't have a chance to throw the ball, we mainly just ran the ball. We ran it with success, but I feel like Arthur Smith has to do a better job at mixing it up. To me, I don't think he did a good job. Once he got off of his script, that first initial script where we drove down the field, it was just like we were running the ball so well, it was like, why go away from it? Which I understood why he did what he did, but it was just like when we got in the red zone, to me, the passing plays that he chose was really vanilla. I like how we started the game, though. If you guys go back and watch that game where we had Cordero Patterson and we had Mike Davis in the backfield on that first play of the game where it was a play action pass, that's the kind of stuff I want to see. Creativity. The more playmakers you have on the field, the tougher you make it for the defense to know what you're doing. And I feel like in this game, that's going to be important because we know that Todd Bowles is one of the smarter defensive coordinators like Dean Pease. He's very experienced. So you want to show him looks he haven't seen on film to be like, what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Are they finna run it? Are they finna, even if we get into a wildcat, I want to see some of that wildcat. Like if you haven't gotten any targets to Russell Gage, we saw Russell Gage can throw the ball down the field. He used to be a quarterback. Put him in at the quarterback position and just run a different play that they've never seen before. Because we know that we have playmakers, but you got to put the ball in the playmakers' hands. And I feel like in the game against the Eagles, we didn't do a good job of putting the ball in playmakers' hands and letting them make the plays. We put the onus kind of on Matt Ryan when the game kind of got out of hand, which I felt like we should have stuck with it. Like what Mike was saying, stick with your running game, stick with your game plan. Don't allow the game to slip away and don't allow the game to get out of hand. But we need to take a book from the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, they played the game perfect. That's why I don't really give Jalen Hurts a ton. I mean, I give him his credit for doing the small things, but I'm not going to take it out of proportion like this dude is a great quarterback. I need to see it week after week. But one thing I can say about their coach, he did a good job of getting the ball in their wide receivers' hands and their skill players' hands, letting those guys run after catch. Because really, they just bullied us with like screen passes. The way that if you can't block them, throw a screen pass. Let those big guys get out and run. Mike talked about it coming into the season where they've changed the rules where if you're a cornerback, you can't cut a big man no more. So trust me, Jake Matthews and those big offensive linemen, they like when you throw a screen pass and all they see in front of them is linebackers and corners. Because I don't know if you guys seen the safety, Richie Grant. He got killed on one of those screen plays. I think it was Mailata. Killed Richie Grant. I thought he was hurt. His whole knee bent. He killed that man. But it was like, what could he do? You got a 300+ pound man running at you. You can't cut him low. What can you do? So that's what I want to see the Falcons do. Use these guys in their strength. Throw that ball to Olamide Zaccheaus on a screen pass. Throw that ball to Mike Davis on the screen pass and let these big guys get out in front of them like Jalen Mayfield. Let him run out in open space and run at a smaller guy. If he can't block the guys in front of him, that's an option. If they're blitzing, the way that you beat that blitz, get the ball out of Matt Ryan's hands.
And I'll say like, oh yeah. I was about to say, let me. Go ahead. No, I was about to say,
it's some pretty good news. It's some pretty good news, but go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say I wanted to see more of the bunch set. Like I said, when you was talking about like those rub routes and stuff like that. I think the easiest way to really get that is the bunch trip sets. And I know it's in his playbook, but I think we might need to see more of those in this game. Go ahead, Mike.
According to Adrian Wilson, but the Falcons have reportedly cut 3 practice squad players. I don't know exactly what that means, but I can tell you something is brewing, and the Falcons is not sitting back, not doing anything. So it could be a trade, it could be a signing, but the Falcons are reportedly cutting Elliott Fry, Juwan Green, and David Wills. which is a receiver, I believe it's a tight end, and a kicker. So at this point, something is about to go down. So you guys, if you have not already, subscribe to Atlanta Falcons Nation, TalkSports, Kicking with KStylzz, aka the sixth man. All right, that's what it is, 6 man. KStylzz with 2 Z's. All right, all you dudes with 2 Z's. But I will be back shortly. I'm about to go do a show with the Bucs fans. So I'm about to go over here and get these, Bucs a little something. Tell them a little something about what the Falcons do over here. So you guys check that out. They will be in the community tab. So check out their show, check out their channel. But peace.
Guess we can get into these questions while Mike gone. You had something to say, KStylzz?
No, I'm about to say, like you said, he said something is brewing. What do you think it might be? Like, what would be your estimated guess on what you think that might be? Would it be bringing in a veteran lineman to help bolster up this line? Could it be a defensive lineman to bolster up that?
You asking me, KStylzz, or you asking Miss Maggie?
I'm asking both. I'm asking both.
These just in general. I say the way Mayfield played, and yeah, I think they because I think did you see the depth chart and everything? They made some moves. Let me go back to that real quick. Let me go back to the changes they made on the depth chart. One big second, if Mike didn't get to that part yet.
Why you do that, Miss Maggie? I'm gonna answer his question. Why you do that, Miss Maggie?
Mm-hmm.
I think that they are looking at bringing in another offensive lineman. We have that dude Kobe Gossick we brought in from Cleveland. I think it was last week. I don't know how good of a player he is. I mentioned him in my last video. I don't know how good he is, but evidently we know that Terry Fontenot is not going to basically sit on his hands. They said that they want to win now, and one thing we know about Arthur Smith, Terry Fontenot, and Arthur Blank, they don't like to be embarrassed. As we always talked about, Mike always talks about billionaires. They don't like to be embarrassed, and they don't like to be told what to do and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys seen Arthur Blank on the field Sunday. He didn't look pleased, and we know how Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith stated that this roster is not complete. They said that after the 53, like when we cut down to 53 men, that we're going to bring in players to compete for positions, that this roster is going to be forever changing. So I think what's brewing right now is bringing guys in that's going to basically compete with Jalen Mayfield until our guys can get healthy. Because we know Josh Andrews broke his hand. He was supposed to be the starter, but he should be coming back, from that broken hand, maybe in a couple games, maybe mid-season or something like that. But until then, I think what's brewing is bringing in another couple offensive linemen to see if they can compete, like some veteran offensive linemen, to see if they can compete. They probably won't play in this game against the Bucs because that's like Sunday, and they got to still learn the playbook and stuff like that. But you can bring them in to compete so they'll learn for the next couple of weeks. I think this week you kind of stuck with Drew Dahlman and Jalen Mayfield, or the kid Kobe Gossick because he's been on the roster for a week or so. But other than that, that's what I think is brewing.
And I'm looking at the changes to the depth chart. It wasn't too much of it, but it looks like apparently Drew Dahlman is now listed as the backup at left guard, right guard, and center, as well as looks like who else came back? Let me go back to it. Looks like Parker Hayes, however you say his last name, is returning from that reserve list as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think that's all that's changed from that pretty much, but it's pretty much the same team going into Sunday.
But yeah, like I said, I know a lot of people are still looking at Jalen Mayfield like I wouldn't put him out there. He's actually still starting though. It's according to this depth chart, he's still starting though. So you got to. He gonna have first game jitters. These rookies, like you said, I know people say preseason don't matter, but I felt in this instance, especially with a lot of the rookies,
especially losing one preseason game, it you can kind of tell from even all the teams across the league that kind of affected a lot of the players. It was a lot of teams that you wasn't expecting to lose the way they did this time around. So I felt that maybe with this new regime, we could have put everybody in just a little bit. I know it don't matter, but to me, it does matter in this instance when you got a new coach. You got everything's changing. Everywhere, every few years, we change staff all the time. And it's just like, you really can't expect a team to run off blazing like right off the bat. You know, it could have been a little bit more better than that, but I don't feel that there was discipline with this team. Not a lot of discipline with this team. A lot of careless mistakes. A lot of things that it seemed like it was a preseason game to me. That's just the way it was, like a fourth preseason game, even though it was a regular season game. It just seemed like everybody was getting comfortable with for the first time with this game going forward. So I feel like let's get all these jitters out, and it's going to be a better outcome coming up. But yeah, I think that fourth game and then extending an extra game for the season, it's going to be tough. Not only are you losing the preseason game, you're gaining another game. It's just, that's terrible to me. Right. I don't know. You know.
But yeah, you gotta throw Mayfield out there. Like I said, you gotta see where his mind at. You got, like the only way you learn, and I said it before, the only way you gonna learn is getting your ass whooped. That's the best way. That's the best learning experience on that field. Get your ass whooped, you learn from the mistake, and you gotta get better from them. Now, like I said, if he makes the same mistakes, they got enough to say, well, I can't play him. I can't play him right now. Now, Drew Dahlman comes in and he do decent enough, you can roll with him. But yeah, like I said, the one of the worst mistakes you can do as a coach is give up too soon on a rookie. Because that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt his confidence down the line in his career.
Right.
So I'll start him again.
Yeah, I think you have to. Like you said, I mean, it's one game. Like, he had a bad game, and he's not the only one on the line that had a bad game. Like, Hennessy was missing. You know, like Mike was saying, he was double teaming Fletcher Cox the whole time, but it was times where he was off kilter. He was out of rhythm. I seen one play where Fletcher Cox just bullied Chris Lindstrom, just bull rushed him and knocked him over. Like, so it wasn't like he was the only one. He was just the only one getting like the penalties and stuff like that, like the pre-snap penalties. That's what I'm really looking at to improve. It's like, you can't continue to shoot yourselves in the foot with the penalties, like the pre-snap penalties. I can see you getting your tail whooped in the trenches because it's a reason you're guarding your center most of the time by double teaming that tackle, because most of the time they can't hold up one-on-one, mano-a-mano. So it's a reason why they were blitzing 4. We had 5 guys. There's no excuse why, we was still getting dominated. But like you said, KStylzz, it's going to really kill his ego, and it's going to hurt his confidence if they just bench him after one game. Like, let him go out there. Let's see if he learned from going out and watching his tape, from that Eagles game. Let's see if he go out there and fight. Because sometimes you never know. He might come out and play better. Like, he might improve, come back, work on his technique, and sometimes it builds your confidence as well. If he comes out and plays well or plays better in this game, the skies is the limit. But this is also going to show if he's mentally tough, because if he comes out and he's still doing the false starts and stuff like that, that's when you get benched, like you were saying, KStylzz, because now you're still making the same mistakes. Like I said, I can live with you getting beat occasionally. What I can't live with is you making the mental mistakes and, the false start penalties where you're pushing the whole, you're putting the whole team behind the chains and stuff like that. That's what we can't live with. We can live with you getting beat, because that happens to every single player during the game. You're going to get beat at times. That happens. But we can't have the penalties. That was the reason that people got on Robert Alford. The penalties is what kills you in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yellow flag offer. God damn. I thought I was done with that.
And y'all make sure y'all drop y'all questions. I had to go all the way back up to find them. So I guess we can get into the QA part. Jordan Dan, you said what happened to Gallman? We didn't see him even once, did we?
He was he didn't play. He was like on the inactive list last week, but he's one of those players like I was talking about with that dude Kobe Gossick. Like when they bring you in, they brought him in like the week of the game. Like we signed him like the week of the game. So usually if you're signed like off the street, like as a free agent, the same as game week, unless we just have a bunch of injuries at that position, like the Baltimore Ravens, where everybody was hurt and they had to play those guys last night, even though Devontae Freeman wasn't dressed out for them, but Latavius Murray actually played last night for them. Usually, I think Gallman will be dressed in this game because he's had a couple weeks, because you got to remember, they got to learn the playbook. You know what I'm saying? So you can't expect a guy to come off the street, and then that's what I was saying about if we bring in one of these guys, like on the practice squad, if we sign a new offensive lineman, most likely he's not going to play Sunday unless you just have a bunch of injuries. But in our case, we got running backs. Like we had Cordell Patterson, we had Mike Davis. We weren't struggling in the running game Sunday. Like, yeah, I love Wayne Gallman, but he still has to learn the playbook. So I think this week, Wayne Gallman possibly could be on the active roster. What it's really going to come down to is how many players you want to carry at each position, because they had Keith Smith also in the backfield. I don't know why, but they had him back there listed as a running back as well and tight end. So
he made the plays he needed to make. Like I said, I ain't got no jokes on Keith Smith.
Yeah, he did his job. He did his job on Sunday.
He did the job. He did what he was supposed to do. You know, I told you before, you know, I'm a fullback junkie, and I be hard on Evan Courageous, but he did his thing.
But I think he'll be back this week, though. I could see Wayne Gallman playing this week. It just depends on, like I said, how many running backs they want to carry Sunday. But Wayne Gallman could be that secret weapon in the passing game out of the backfield. So he's a guy to look out for. But I was impressed with the running game on Sunday. So whether Wayne Gallman plays or not, I think we'll be good.
And I want to go to this comment, even though I've highlighted for a particular reason, not because of what it said. Of course, we're not bringing Cam Newton here, but if anybody knows the depth chart, they did actually just list Josh Rosen as the sole quarterback. And I think if they're moving forward, they may not be going with the second one after this point. So that's kind of what you think about that, being him being just listed as the only quarterback, the backup quarterback.
That doesn't surprise me. I mean,
Franks, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it because like I said, Franks, he still need the time with the coaches. I mean, because like I said, you have to think he like inactive, you still got to open that spot up for somebody else to play. Mm-hmm. You need as many bodies at them skill positions, defensive backs, linebackers as you need. The average team doesn't really carry 3 quarterbacks like that anyway.
Well, the reason why I brought it up, because it's like, I guess I was wondering which decision they was going to go with at this point, because he came in at the end of the game and everything. So I wonder what deciding factor created that for them.
They didn't, like I said, the game was already over. They didn't. Matt Ryan was getting his ass annihilated out there. They didn't want him to get hit no damn more.
Yeah. It was no point for him to still be out there. But
not bringing.
Just to answer your question, Miss Maggie, yeah. I think as far as Felipe Franks and Josh Rosen, Josh Rosen's just a little bit further in his development. Like if you watch the preseason games, I like Felipe Franks a lot, and I think he has a bright future. But Rosen has been in the league for 3 or 4 years now, so his development as far as understanding the passing game, if Matt Ryan did go down, you can bring Josh Rosen in, and the plays don't have to change dramatically. If you bring Felipe Franks in the game, you going from like, let's see, college to like middle school or elementary school. Like you literally gonna have to just be mainly read option type plays like the RPO game if you go with Felipe Franks. So when it comes to like reading defenses and stuff like that and having all 3 levels available as far as throwing the ball down the field, Rosen showed in that last preseason game when he played that he was just further along in understanding how to go through his progressions as far as the passing game. So I really think that's the reason why he won the number 2 spot, because he understands, he's further along in his development as far as knowing the playbook as far as passing the ball. Felipe Franks is kind of a one read type of guy and then run basically right now.
Okay. And I want to highlight this comment too. Maggie, did you see the news that Tori has a full-time job with the Falcons? I follow her. We're best friends. We're besties. I'm just playing. No, I follow her journey, and I'm highly excited about that because that's one of our go-to sources anyway. So I'm excited to see that she's made it that far. So I know y'all remember that interview I had with her. So it's amazing to see people that we've had previous on the show doing their thing. It's quite a few of them that actually, if y'all haven't checked, kind of a few journalists that's been on our show that have actually moved on to bigger projects and things like that. So shout out to Miss Tori. I'm gonna actually see, she's big time now, so I don't know if she's gonna give us time anymore, but I would love to have her back on. It looks like Mr. Matt Mike is already back from his show. Let me see if we got any more questions in the chat. Okay, here we go right here. Is Kareem Hunt still a free agent?
He's still in Cleveland.
Yeah, he was never a free agent.
He was never a free agent.
That was a rumor.
He played for Cleveland this Sunday.
Right. He scored a touchdown for Cleveland.
Let me see. Go back into these questions. Everybody was commenting. I saw Asia. I see you representing the chat though. Hey girl, I ain't said none of you today. Hey Miss Queen, y'all give her flowers. And how was it?
Y'all better not be talking trash.
No, it's pretty decent tonight. I think it's pretty clean.
Hey man, those guys are absolutely.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
We waiting on you, Mike.
What was that? I thought you were needling something over there. Like, what you got?
Yeah, I said hold up for a minute. I was having a little internet trouble for a second there, so that's why I was like, hold on. But no, those guys are great, man. We're gonna have him over. We're gonna have him over for a. And hey, am I frozen? What the heck is going on?
Yeah, you are frozen, actually.
Uh-oh. The ghost of we hate AFN trying to take over again.
Someone, speaking of that, someone made a comment that they couldn't stand a certain person on this panel. And I was like, if people allow an individual to live in your head rent-free forever and ever, it's like, y'all got to do better than this, man. You really got to.
I'm gonna tell you something about that, man. I had to scratch right there because I like, bruh, like I said, you put weight, and this is why I say you put way too much energy trying to discredit somebody because of your feelings. Mm-hmm. And I always say this too. Pillow talkers. Since we're going down that road, we, like I said, pillow talkers. Like I said, if you're trying to be messy, you got to do a better job. Be discreet.
Yeah, because today it just kind of appalled me today seeing that. I was just like, come on, people. It was like,
we don't worry about that, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, that means we doing what we doing is a good thing. A lot of people don't like it. We don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm not seeing a lot of questions. Is it just me?
They doing all this junk talking. That's all they doing is junk talking. Talking all this junk.
Nah, because we got people saying the Falcons sucks and everybody sitting here trying to defend them. It's basically a lot of Falcons suck talk going on in the chat. So everybody pretty much going at each other right now.
There's all these fake fans. They in their feelings because they the ones who are not loyal fans, and they trying to get us not to be loyal fans. And look, at the end of the day,
question.
Look, at the end of the day, I don't give a you know what. All right, we are who we are.
Yeah,
we are who we are, and that's at the end of the day. Like I said, we do what we do. You don't have to like it. Yeah. Just like that, you know, you can turn the music down or you can turn it up. Everybody got a choice.
But yeah, Brian, people said with Brandon Copeland coming back, how often do y'all think they'll use him?
I think everybody's going to get used on this team. I talked about it in my video I did today. Like, Brandon Copeland is one of those guys that's an outside linebacker, but he's a guy that you can use in like the flats, to cover the flats, and he's a guy that you can basically come off the edge, set the edge with him, also use him as a pass rusher. And we know here in Atlanta, we need as many pass rushers as we can get. And like I said, I would rather have a mob of guys that can get after the quarterback than just one guy that's like that main guy, like a Khalil Mack or even a Chandler Jones. If you just have one guy, like, people don't realize how good the Arizona defense is as a whole. They've gotten a lot better in their defensive line. They added J.J. Watt on that defensive line. Like, everybody's going crazy. Like, Chandler Jones had 5 sacks. Yeah, he did. But we always talk about it. Rushing the passer is a collective type deal. So you need everybody wreaking havoc and everybody getting after the passer. And just a little plug for my channel, TalkSports. That's the reason I did the video today, talking about pass rushers that could break out, like Jacob Tuioti-Mariner and Ogundeji. Those are 2 guys that are on our defensive line that I want to see get more playing time, because those guys do not give up on plays. And that's what you need from your defensive line. If you watch the Raiders on Monday Night Football, they don't really have no household names on their defensive line, but they were getting after Lamar Jackson because those guys were not giving up on plays. They were hustling. And that's how you get sacks, is hustling. Like that one sack that we did have that Maggie was talking about earlier, Jacob Tuioti-Mariner, he literally ran around the whole offensive line and came up from behind and hit Jalen Hurts. But that's because he never gave up on the play. He could have easily just said, you know what, I'm going to stop hustling. I'm going to stop chasing because he's gone. You know what I'm saying? He just broke the pocket. But he kept playing, kept going. Not only did one pass rush move, but kept it going. That's what you need. You need guys on the defensive line that's relentless, that's not going to give up. I love me some Dante Fowler, but some of the stuff that I seen on Sunday, I was disappointed. Some of the stuff that I seen, to me, he's not using the pass rush moves. And if you guys follow Chuck Smith, Big Chuck Smith on Twitter, he was talking about Dante Fowler on his timeline. He was like, come on, number 6, use the moves, use the club chop, use the moves that you know to get after the passer. Like, it's about using your hands. It's not just about being able to use your speed on the edge. You got to use all of those moves you got. So I love what I'm seeing out of Ogundeji. I love what I'm seeing out of Jacob Tuioti-Mariner. Those guys are using the pass rush moves. They're using the fundamentals of the game, and that's what we need.
We got a super chat from an Eagles fan. Inferno Productions at the $4.99.
No. You got to do it with some attitude. Well,
I'm not doing all that, Mike. I'm not doing all that, Mike.
Hold on. $4.
Somebody do.
Thank you.
I
ain't got time for that. I gotta, I'm a singer. I don't do all that stuff.
Well, give me a phone.
No, that's all right, bro. Eagles fan here. Honestly, I think you'll be okay. Sometimes it takes a couple of games to get used to a new system. If this continue, though, then worry. And it's funny how I love when there's opposite teams that come in and just still support and show love. Even when we already played you guys, you could have trashed us, you could have did everything. I commend you. Those fans, you're welcome here. You're definitely welcome here. I love it.
You know what the sad thing about that is? Other fan bases have more respect for the Falcons than the Falcon fans do.
Hey, That's where we going. That's exactly where we going.
Some of these quote Falcon fans. Look, some of these quote Falcon fans are about as useless as a wet paper bag. Y'all might as well go. Y'all might as well root against. Y'all might as well be wearing opposite team jerseys every week.
And look, Mr. Motivator, that's right. I am not trying to talk like no Hulk Hogan. I'm a lady. I don't do all that. Women are a little bit more nice.
See, you about to get banned for that. I'm trying to get her cooperate, and you up here.
No.
He about to get that time out for that. He about to look.
Mr. No, he finna get all the love and kisses and hugs because everybody miss Miss Maggie T. So thank you, Mr. Motivator. Boost my ego because Mike is mad.
Come on, give us a $4.99 a note or something.
$4.99.
There you go.
That works for you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Falcons.
Hey,
does that fit well with you, Mr. Mad Mike? You know,
Anime. What I tell you about that note now, Anime?
That's right, prove it. People miss Miss Maggie. Miss Maggie been hiding, yeah. I just been kind of dealing with life and stuff, and I just had to, I'm still getting my stuff together, but I'm here. I'm good. We good. And someone said we look good outside the poor performance of the O-line.
I mean, that was just majority. That was just majority.
That's from
of
G-Town
the problem.
Baller 5. The line. Let's see. Let's go back to these questions though.
Oh Lord, Dre talking about did you see JD at the Raiders game rocking the Raiders jersey? Man, JD done lost all his ATL privileges. We don't
I ain't see JD. No, I saw it was
I saw Lil John.
It was Lil John.
It was Lil John. Lil John. That's who I seen with a Raiders jersey on. But I mean, you gotta look at these celebrities. You can't hold these celebrities to being loyal to a team because you see all these players. Look at Jermaine Dupri. It wasn't the Raiders jerseys, and it was Jermaine Dupri. He was wearing Bucs jersey,
Buccaneers jersey.
Yeah, and the one he just doing something with us like a year ago or so when we was hyping up the Super Bowl. I'm just saying. So I don't get into these fans. I mean, these players that not players. These celebrities they just like to put on a shirt with a hat.
Hey, little Bow, they had a video of Bow Wow crying because they was playing Meat Mills at the damn Falcon game. I'm like, motherfucker, you haven't claimed Falcons ever. When the fuck did you care? You just I'm about to say you just like the rest of the 65% of the Georgia, but we don't give a damn. He said, you better go wear that Buccaneer jersey with your daddy, JD. See, I could deal with Lil John with a Raider jersey because Lil John rep. he will rep. We got any more questions? Hold.
I'm searching.
I seen a question up here. Yeah. Hold on, y'all.
It's not a lot of questions tonight.
I guess we gotta ask them the question.
Here go one right here. Y'all.
Okay, here we go.
It said, "What up, AFN? Quick question: Can our secondary be successful even if our front seven doesn't get pressure?" I'm gonna answer this real quick. No. If we don't get pressure on Tom Brady, we about to get burnt like some Kentucky Fried Chicken. If we can't get no pressure, we finna be burnt, bruh. Like. We gonna ask them original or crispy. If we don't get no pressure on Tom Brady in this game, dog, we gotta bring pressure. And Dean Pease knows that. So trust me, Dean Pease gonna bring blitzes in this game. You can expect to see an exotic package in this game because they know that Tom Brady can't escape the blitz. So in the last game, I think Dean Pease kind of held off on a lot of those exotic blitzes because once he seen the players won't contain in the edges, he was like, okay, if we blitz, like I seen one play where Fabian Monroe came on a blitz and he literally just ran right into an offensive lineman. I don't know why he did what he did, but he came blitzing from it was like a zone blitz. He came screaming down, and Hurts just ran. It basically created an alley for Hurts to run. So in this game, Tom is now outrunning anybody. We know that. And that's the reason why Mike's saying that Grady Jarrett can have a big game. Because if you get pressure on Tom Brady, he can't beat that pressure. He's not going to be able to escape. All he can do is slide left or right. He can't run. And that's why in this game, you're going to see Dean Pease bringing heat. And I expect him to bring the linebackers. Like KStylzz was talking about that double A gap pressure. I expect to see a Foye or Deion Jones come away with a couple sacks in this game. They're going to bring it right up the gap, right up the 8 gap. We might even see one of those safety blitzes, how we seen Jalen Hawkins in that first preseason game where they schemed up the play where he came right up the middle because they know that Tom Brady wants to get that ball out of his hands quick. The thing that we're going to have to look out for in this game when we do blitz is disguising the blitz. Because in this game, we know that Tom Brady is going to come to the line and he's going to do a lot of hard counts to try to see who's coming. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be looking to see where's my hot read and where's the pressure coming from. He knows that Dean Pease is bringing pressure and it's going to be a game of chess, but he's going to try to figure out where's that pressure coming from, who's coming. And I think in this game, it's going to be very, very interesting, a very interesting chess match between Dean Pease and Tom Brady.
And I found some more questions to y'all. Once y'all get to this answer, I found a lot more questions. I had to scroll up.
Hold on, cuz. There's a question here. This one right here, I gotta let Mike handle this one right here because I got a follow-up question after this. Where that? Cause your boy Zay Green probably gonna bitch and complain.
I got it right here. I got it.
Go and put it up. There you go.
Yeah, I got it. Go ahead. Absolutely. There's about 7 quarterbacks in the NFL that are elite, and let me explain to you what elite means because obviously you guys, a lot of people just don't know what elite means. Elite quarterbacks means that it doesn't matter what team that you put them on, what scheme that you put them on, they're still going to come out and put up great numbers. Deshaun Watson is one of them. All right. Russell Wilson, Tom Brady. I can go on and on. I mean, Drew Brees, even the Jameis Winston's to a certain degree. He's going to put up big time numbers. So that's what elite quarterbacks is. Does not matter what scheme. You see what Jameis Winston did this past Sunday. He's a great quarterback. That's an elite quarterback. But even elite quarterbacks make mistakes. So just because you feel as though this quarterback isn't very good or he's not Aaron Rodgers level or he's a Tom Brady or he's a Peyton Manning doesn't mean he isn't elite. Elite quarterbacks, you put them in any system, they can thrive. That's what elite. So absolutely Matt Ryan is elite.
And my question for Zay Green is when in your lifetime watching Matt Ryan, did you feel like it was time to get rid of him? I want you to go ahead and put the year that you wanted to get rid of him, where you felt like they should have got rid of him.
And I kind of want to piggyback on that question too, talking about elite quarterback play. Mike hit up pretty much all of the elite ones. Aaron Rodgers is another name. Like he said, what I put in the elite category is if you can take over the ball game, meaning you don't need a running game. Like we've seen Matt Ryan not have a running game. We've seen Matt Ryan have terrible defenses, and he still was able to carry the team. That's what I consider elite. We've seen Deshaun Watson last year playing on a 4-12 team or whatever the Texans were. He led the league in passing yards without DeAndre Hopkins. That's elite. We've seen Russell Wilson without a good offensive line consistently get the Seahawks to the playoffs, consistently throw the ball for over 4,000 yards. Like Matt Ryan. What makes Matt Ryan elite? 10 straight season of 4,000 yards passing. Did y'all see when they put on the telecast on Sunday, they said Matt Ryan has the most passing yards. For any player playing 13 seasons, Matt Ryan has the most passing yards. That makes you elite. That one stat alone makes him elite. Nobody's ever done what Matt Ryan has done. 13 seasons, in the first 13 seasons, and that's including Tom Brady, that's including Peyton Manning, Matt Ryan has more passing yards at this point, meaning if Matt Ryan plays as long as those guys played, he's going to pass those guys in passing yards because he's ahead of them at this point. When Peyton Manning was in his 13th season, he hadn't passed for more passing yards than Matt Ryan. Neither did Tom Brady. Neither did Drew Brees. All these guys that we consider elite. That one stat alone right there is case closed. You can't argue it.
Get to the next question here, because I try to get to these questions, y'all. For some reason they were hidden. So Tempe,
my bad. I just wanted to say I'm still waiting on that year's day. So
well,
they're waiting on you. But go ahead.
Is there a good matchup to watch? Not sure how Falcons online will slow front four of Tampa. Quick passes, play action won't work, in my opinion.
Oh man, that's a good question. That's actually a damn good question. It's gonna have to be the receivers getting off the line against the corners. It's going to have to. Because
it's going to be what you what I was saying earlier, KStylzz. I don't know if you were done. I'll let you finish.
No, go ahead.
Well, it was just what we were saying earlier about Jalen Hurts. It's the same thing that he did on Sunday. Like, get the ball out of Matt Ryan's hands. Let your playmakers be playmakers. Calvin Ridley is dangerous in the open field. Kyle Pitts is dangerous. We've seen Kyle Pitts literally take a 5-yard or 3-yard little drag route and run 27 yards with it. So get the ball in his hands and get out the way. It's like you basically a quarterback is like a point guard in basketball. Yeah, get the ball in your playmakers' hands and get out of their way. Like, I don't want to see Matt Ryan getting abused in this game. Get the ball out of his hands within 2 seconds. Do the same thing they do with Tom Brady. You don't see Tom Brady sitting back there holding the ball, trying to run around. You don't need to run around if you can get the ball out of your hands. And that's the reason why I always talk about the mobile quarterback thing. You don't need a mobile quarterback. You don't need to run around if you just get the ball in the playmakers' hands. Let them do the running. It's a reason why they call it yak yardage. Get the ball out of Matt Ryan's hands. Let your playmakers make plays. It's that simple.
Go ahead, Mike.
Did you just say you don't need a mobile quarterback? Did you just say that, Joe?
Yes, sir.
What?
Clutch, my goodness.
Oh Lord, hold on. Let me spin the bees right quick. He said we don't need a mobile quarterback. Oh my God. Oh, you about to get so much hate mail. We about to get so much hate mail for this. Ooh. Hey, I was gonna ask, hey, Mike, I was gonna ask you a question too. I want you to answer this question. This for you, Mike. What happened yesterday when I asked that same exact question?
Quiet. A pause.
Well,
it was quiet. Where the name at? He was talking. You don't see a year, don't you?
The name. I forget the name.
No, Zay Green. You don't see it? Did you see a name? Did you
Zay
see a
Green?
year?
Oh
yeah.
Oh, that was him. Oh, I didn't see the name. I didn't know it was him. Okay.
Now he was the one that asked you that question. That was the question I asked him. What did you say yesterday?
Oh,
you quick to say that he's you quick to say no. He didn't give a year. You said he's quick to say he sucks. But when you ask them when did you want to get rid of him, they slow to answer that one.
That because it took them about 15 minutes to answer one question. Y'all typing up a dang on storm right now, but they can't answer.
Hey, remember when people type in Matt Ryan sucks, they'll type it in 7-8 times in the chat.
8 times in a row. They'll type it 8 times in a row.
When you ask that question, they slow us to respond. But let's get to this question though.
And yeah, that question is kind of hinting on what because Jude brought up Kyle Pitts. So, do y'all think Arthur Smith will take more deep shots downfield with Pitts Sunday? It's kind of going in the line what we talked about with Matt Ryan and all that.
I don't really care. And again, like I keep saying this, and we got to understand this, because as soon as we understand this, we'll start with our expectations. This is a new regime. He's going to call plays that he wants. We're going to have players on this team that he wants. All right, when you go back and look at the Tennessee Titans, they didn't take a lot of deep shots. What they did, they gave the ball to their playmakers and let their playmakers make plays. A.J. Brown, when we played the Tennessee, he took a crossing route and he took that mug 80-something, 70-something yards. That wasn't a deep shot. Just get the balls in your playmaker's hand. I believe that was Jude said that, and just let them do what they do. Julio Jones didn't when we played Green Bay and when we played the Panthers. That man put up 300, and a lot of those were just crossing routes and in routes. That's it. Them big routes. So those are not big plays. All you're doing is putting the ball in the playmaker's hand and letting them make plays. It's just like Trae Young. Trae Young, he'll shoot a three, he'll shoot a deep three every once in a while, but for the most part, he's gonna break your ankles. He's gonna pass the ball to this guy, pass that ball to that guy. So like that's what you need. Put the ball in the playmaker's hand and watch them work.
Hit the $2 super chat because I'm trying to figure out what the hell he's saying.
You know what? And I seen him on, I think it's the same person that was on the UK guys live, because I remember that soup sandwich and they was like, what does that mean? But they was like, is that American
you
thing?
done had some soup sandwiches. You don't have some spoiled soup sandwiches or whatever.
I want to say that's the same person, because I was on that UK live stream when they post game. So I
appreciate the $2 super chat. I'm sitting here trying to figure out a soup sandwich. Like, wait,
look, if I'm not mistaken, I think that means that the Falcons are soft. That's something my dad says. He got to be from my dad's generation, because my dad be saying that soup sandwich.
Wow.
Okay.
$2.
Oh, okay, because growing up, I didn't get stuff like soup sandwiches.
Yeah, I ain't get soup sandwiches. That's supposed to be.
They were straight blunt. They were straight blunt. My family.
That's a Midwest thing. Well, I don't get that. That got to be a Midwest thing.
Yeah. They were straight blunt. My family like, oh, you garbage. Sit your garbage ass down. That's what I got.
Right.
Yeah, that's old school talk right there. You're a soup sandwich. And Drew, let me know if I'm right, because it's been a while. Put me up on game, but that's something my dad says is soup sandwich. I think that means the Falcons soft.
Yeah. I ain't never heard. But soft, I just know garbage, sissified, punk ass, stuff like that. That's all I know.
Yeah, I ain't never heard of those soup sandwiches.
Exactly.
Oh, he said that he from Philly, y'all. So yeah, that must be that we soft. He said right here. He said no, nah, I'm from Philly.
From Philly.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I mean, from what y'all did our offensive line, y'all did make us look like some soup sandwich. They make them
Yeah,
look like
we can't talk no trash against the Eagles fan. Right,
look, I don't give a damn what the hell we look like. Y'all won 4 games last year. Y'all were talking all this trash to another team that won 4 games. Like, man, get out of here with that nonsense. Y'all ain't no better, okay? Y'all ain't no better than what we were. So get out of here. Y'all won exactly as many that we won. 4.
What you said? The only difference is they got the Energizer Bunny on their side.
Right. That's it.
Throwing batteries at folks and shit.
Yeah. Mighty confident about them 4 wins. Man, get out of here with that, man. Talking hella crap to another 4-win team. Boy. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Only thing we gotta keep saying, man, is don't count your eggs too soon. That's all I say that now.
Well, the Eagles got the 49ers this week, so they're gonna get a real litmus test because we know that the 49ers is a physical team. So they're gonna find out real quick about Jalen Hurts because Bosa, he licking his chops.
Yeah. I say that with every team. Don't count your
Y'all gave up a hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I apologize. But I just thought about something. I need to get the numbers on the 49ers running game because if you worried about you talking about the Falcons, the 49ers scored 41 points.
Yeah, they went
41 points. But y'all gave up 124 points to this 124 rushing yards to a team with the Atlanta Falcons who are supposedly soft. So what the hell did that make y'all if y'all gave up 124 yards rushing to a soft team? And the 49ers have a better run game and a play call right now than the Falcons do. So you confident, bro? You confident?
I got the stats for you, Mike. I got the stats from Sunday. So the 49ers ran on the Detroit Lions for 131 yards rushing. And then Deebo Samuel had 9 receptions for almost 200 yards. He had 9 receptions, 189 yards receiving in the touchdown, a 79-yard touchdown running, catch and run. Kittle had 4 receptions for 78 yards. They had a total, it looks like, of over 400 something yards, almost 500 yards, because they threw for 319 yards. So yeah, it's gonna get real.
Yeah. That's a lot. Like I said, you better hope y'all can get the ball back because if y'all gave up 124 rushing yards against us, and this ain't Kyle Shanahan, he will run the ball all game long if he feel like he can win with that. So good luck with that, partner.
All right. So what we like many questions going on here. We're gonna go ahead and close it out.
Yeah, let's close it out. But
I guess Drew calling you nephew now.
Nephew.
He gonna call you nephew. He said the Eagles are built differently, nephew.
Hey, you don't get out of here with that clown shit. I don't want to hear that bullshit. The Eagles. Y'all done got a superhero. Y'all done got a superhero. Y'all got a superhero a superhero Super Bowl, all right? And I call it superhero because that's all Nick Foles was. He was just a superhero at the right time at the right time. All right, that's all he was. Nothing but a fake superhero.
I'm about to say you don't need to be bringing up Nick Foles and Eagle fans.
Nick Foles, not even Carson Wentz. You talking all this mess when Carson Wentz ain't even on your team anymore. You playing for another team. Nick Foles on another team, and Jalen Hurts. We had a pretty good game for the most part, but like even that, like he was just throwing the ball and letting the athletes do what they do. Oh yeah, we'll hand the ball off, throw the ball short, and let the athletes do what they do best. So it's like he did a great job in his first game, but I'll tell you all the time, this is a game of consistency. I want to see if he can do that game after game. Well, we saw, you should know better than any Falcon fan that you have a quarterback in Carson Wentz have one good year and then y'all end up trading them. So again, man, like keep that same energy. All right, keep that same energy. Y'all still got to beat the Giants. All right, the Giants still have a great defense. They got Saquon Barkley back, and I don't give a dang what nobody say. I love the hell out of some Daniel Jones, bro. That dude, when he finally click, when he finally get it, he gonna be one hell of a quarterback. So I'm just saying, you might want to hold your horses a little bit.
I'm about to say, if Nick Foles is better than Matt Ryan, why did Nick Foles get traded a year after he won Super Bowl MVP? Well, not the year after, 2 years after he won the Super Bowl MVP.
Mm-hmm.
You don't trade away no Super Bowl MVP if he's that damn good. All thing I just said, don't count your eggs too soon. All I say. But yeah, let's go ahead and close it up, man.
Yeah, I didn't answer that question about Kendall Sheffield.
Oh man, we don't damn know.
Man, his ass on the what he on the list?
We don't.
Had they listed what was going on with him? No, because I haven't seen an update about that. To be honest,
I think he's on IR. He's on IR.
Yeah, he's on IR.
Yeah, he's on IR.
So he ain't coming back no time soon. When you don't, I mean, they can bring him back, but don't look for him to come back until I'll say towards the middle of the season, because he didn't play like in none of the preseason games. I really think they kept him on the roster because of you never know when an injury will strike, and he's one of the veteran corners that we had. We have a lot of young corners, so I think that was the only reason they kept Kendall Sheffield. To be real with you guys, we got a lot of rookie corners. So the reason they kept him is because he showed. We know that Kendall Sheffield got speed, and we just really don't know under this regime how he'll look in their system. So I think the Dean Pease was like, let's just keep him on board because he has some traits that Dean Pease likes. But I don't think he's going to come back from injury anytime soon.
Exactly.
That's what I feel. That's what I definitely feel.
Really bragging on some Philadelphia Eagles. Some Nick Foles and Carson Wentz. He really bragging about that.
It was one question I had for the panel too, Mike. Yeah, boy. It was a question that I seen. I don't know exactly. Let me see here.
Because I'm scrolling.
It was Julian Rodriguez that put it in here. He was talking about He was talking about the Tennessee Titans offense, like their offense struggling. Do we think it had anything to do with Arthur Smith not being there, basically? And I think that that's a good question. And I do think that that's one of the reasons why the Tennessee Titans offense struggled. And that's the reason why I still have hope. Like all those people coming on my channel, coming on AFN, going on Mike and KStylzz channel, basically stating like why y'all still got hope and stuff like that. It's been one game. Like we haven't even seen half of Arthur Smith's playbook. Let us at least get to the quarter pole before we start, making judgments and stuff like that. We don't know. Kyle Pitts really didn't play none of the preseason. So he's still trying to learn how to use all of these players, see what these guys can do best. So I'm not giving these guys an excuse, but I'm saying give them a chance. Because I remember Dan Quinn's first season, we started off 5-0. Everybody was singing his praises, and then we lost like a bunch of games in a row. Yeah, like I think we went 8-8 in his first season. So just give this guy a chance. Because I know one thing, Derrick Henry didn't look like Derrick Henry on Sunday. Julio didn't look good. That offense sputtered. Yeah, that offense, they didn't look good against the Cardinals. The Cardinals made them look really ordinary. Ryan Tannehill, everybody saying he's better than Matt Ryan. He didn't look good on Sunday. So I think that has a lot to do with Arthur Smith, just to answer Julian Rodriguez's question. I think the Arthur Smith scheme, like when you go from changing schemes, Mike talked about it earlier. Chemistry. Having that chemistry matters. Like Julio Jones wanted out of Atlanta, but one thing that him and Matt Ryan have, weak arm, noodle arm or not, they got chemistry. Matt Ryan got chemistry with Julio. Matt Ryan can throw the ball to a spot with his eyes closed and know where Julio's going. That's not something that he got with Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, Julio Jones getting chewed out right now about.
Exactly.
Ooh, you said Julio followed his friends and getting his ass chewed out.
He ain't liking that now. He go, ooh,
he don't like the hard play, the hard style of what he thought Arthur Smith brought. He didn't do his homework on Mike Vrabel. He didn't do his homework. The Falcons did. Huh? The Falcons did.
Knew what they did when they were trading him. They knew exactly he was a butthole. Falcons knew exactly what they were doing.
You have to remember, a lot of those coaches that come from that Belichick system all are like that. They always try to do it the Patriot way. And if you mess up one time, they about to talk shit about you to the public.
Mm-hmm. So there's as far as the question is concerned, like absolutely, we'll get to this one. But yeah, I think it takes time because you got to understand that like it starts with the quarterback. The quarterback, he needs to understand what the play caller is thinking at all times so he can adjust his way of thinking and his game. So right now, like I had a Tennessee Titan fan, and forgive me, but I don't remember who it was. Must stating this, like we have a great, we got a great play call, and I was wondering at the time why he was saying that, but now we see why he was doing it. Tennessee did not look good offensively, so they missing Arthur Smith right now. They missing the heck out of him. And Falcons fans, we want to throw him in, off the top of a mountain. But at Tennessee, they love him, so it takes time.
Right. About to say, somebody got a car blinker on or something? I'm about to say, I know we sitting down, but damn, I know we ain't sitting down and driving too.
Doop, 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 doop. And y'all think Matt Gono is coming back? Will be a huge help. And you think will he be back this year? Jordan
Didn't they cut him? Or what? I thought they released him on that injury thing.
Who, Matt Gono? I don't think so. I think he's on IR. He's on IR.
Yeah, IR. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think he's coming back no time soon either because he had surgery.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be about 8 weeks before you.
Yeah, we ain't gonna see him to the tail end of the season. I mean, good news is it's a longer season, but he won't be back until like later. Like you said, probably like week 8 or 10. Because even once you come back, you still got to rehab and do all of that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, to me, I'm chalking it up that he's not coming back this season. If you're smart, because you don't want him to come back and get hurt unless we're making some type of deep playoff push. And then at that point, you didn't develop that chemistry with the 5 guys you have. Why throw Gono back in there? I mean, you can put him in maybe as a backup or a reserve, but I'm not going to upset the apple cart and throw him back on the start, like in the starting lineup or something like that, if we playing well at that point.
Let's get into the fans' predictions since y'all know y'all don't really do predictions. So since y'all getting ready to wrap it up anyway, let's get these predictions in the chat, even though give and take game 1. Let's consider that we make some adjustments. We come out there kind of changing it up a little bit. What do you think after, the keys of victory? We do everything we said we need to be doing. What are y'all predictions for this game coming up? And if you are a fan of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, go ahead and chime in as well.
Yeah, cause we don't really do predictions, and this week I don't like that. I'm not doing no predictions or nothing. I just want to look. The main thing I'm worried about is what are you going to do after getting your ass whooped? That's the main thing I'm worried about.
Mm-hmm.
The score will show in itself if they're tough enough to rebound.
I'm tired of looking dumb, so I ain't participating. I'm just not.
That's what I said. Leave it up to the fans. I'm leaving it up to the fans. I'm trying to help you out, Mike.
Because I look like an idiot. I look like an idiot with them. Because we didn't score with 6 points, and I know I had us scoring more than 6 points. So I'm not doing it.
But the thing about scores is you really can't predict scores no way. The only thing you just really worry about is
the spread.
Can they make plays?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Can they make the plays? Because even when you making the plays, you could still lose the game.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So anything damn happen.
There's no hope for us, according to Daniel N.
I'm going to say this. The game is going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. The reason I say that, and I'm not, I know Mike and them talking about the predictions. I'm not going to give a score, but what I'll say is this. I thought Dallas was going to get blown out the water, and Dallas was neck and neck with them the whole game. And anybody that lies to you, unless you're a Dallas fan, everybody had the Buccaneers blowing the Dallas out because we hadn't seen Dak play in the preseason. everybody was saying the Buccaneers was going to blow them out the water. I know a lot of people now are going to come out and say, yeah, I knew that the Cowboys had a chance. Nobody thought that they gave the Cowboys a chance. Not even Skip Bayless. And he's a Cowboy lover. And he was like, I'm going to go ahead and chalk it up 0-1, possibly 0-2 because they got the Chargers this week. So if the Dallas can give them a game, to me, we have better coaching than Dallas. Personally, I feel like our coaches are better than Dallas. So with me thinking that, in that line of thinking, I think that this game, because it's a divisional game, we know that those division games get crazy, and they're always close. I don't care what the record is. Last year, we were up on Tampa 17-0 with the coaches that we had. With Dirk Cutter, we was up 17-0 at halftime. So when you guys putting these predictions in here, think about that we competed with them last season, and I think that this defense this year is a lot better than last season. So I think it's going to be a lot closer game. I'm not guaranteeing a win, but I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think.
I just make sure they need to keep us as underdogs this time around, because if y'all watch the pre-show right before, every last person on that panel picked the Falcons to win. I said, no, we need to stay up under the radar.
Well, we 13-point underdogs from Vegas. From what last time I checked, we was like 13.5-point underdogs.
13.5,
yeah.
That's it. I thought Vegas was going to disrespect the shit out of us and make us a 25-point underdog.
Yep.
It might increase KStylzz. It started out at 10 points, and now it's stretched to 13.5. But as you know, Vegas, you know how they do. Yeah, exactly. I really doubt that it's going to be that wide of a margin. Like, this is one of the biggest I've ever seen. 13.5 points is a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. And for those that don't know about that, like you said, that's like one of the easiest games you could pick right there, because 13 points is unusual. 6, 7, 8 are harder to pick. 13, that's unusual.
I like what Racondo, a real Falcon fan, said. It's pretty much what the panel always say. We don't know.
Exactly.
We don't
know. I don't know. That's it's really just that simple. I have no idea.
Exactly.
Nobody would have thought the Saints would have blew out the dang Packers like that.
Exactly.
That game wasn't even close. So
they scored 3 whole points. We talk about we scored 6. They scored 3 points. 3.
And you know the messed up part about that is now they got rumors talking about that Aaron Rodgers may have threw the game on purpose.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Everybody's saying that he's upset. He's trying to get them.
Well, I'm telling you, if it came out true that he tried to throw the game.
No. He said that the reason why he threw one of them interceptions because he got kicked in the nuts. Like, man,
oh shit!
I swear to God, bro, it's a quote. It's like it was literally. I threw the interception because I got kicked in the nuts. I was like really? Out of all the things that you could have said, you want to talk about you got kicked in the nuts? Like really?
Whoa.
You know, Supermoon Vibe said I'm a legit worried about the line against the what I couldn't even see. Y'all already went to the super chat. My bad. I was trying to highlight that coming. It's too over. I hope y'all seen it.
If he does, them Redskins gonna beat the brakes off y'all asses. I tell you that now.
Woo, boy, he think he doing some trolling.
Cause he asking us what we smoking. It might not be as strong as what your ass is smoking. But this dude said,
he really think he's trolling. Like, well, you ain't seen no trolling. We ain't gonna get in the 5 seconds of fame.
Don't do it. That's the reason why he do it. He want the attention.
$2.
$2. We appreciate $2. Like I said, if you want to keep trolling like that, you throw them $2 and $5 in there if you want to keep trolling.
We'll read them Sons of Guns all night. I read them all night long, every one of them.
Exactly.
I wanted to get back to Supermoon vibes since y'all cut him off so abruptly. It said, I'm legit worried about this line against Tampa defensive front, but we can exploit their secondary.
Yeah.
Not a question. I just want to highlight that comment.
Anytime you got a quarterback, anytime you have a quality quarterback, you have the opportunity to win a game. If you don't have a quality quarterback in the NFL, you're not winning games, right? It's really just that simple. So that's why I say, consistency. That's one thing, is the way that you really kind of, see whether or not you have a good quarterback. Time after time after time, he's making plays, and that's something that Matt Ryan has done. Tom Brady and a host of other quarterbacks. So it's like anytime you got a quarterback, anything can happen. That's it. Can't stop a quarterback, you're not winning the game.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just got a notification. They talk about the bird battle. And I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck about that shit tonight.
Oh yeah, Ja Rule and
Ja Rule, Fat Joe.
Man, who don't want to care about some Ja Rule?
Got to be. He gonna probably have Shunty. He gonna have Shunty on there probably. Let me see.
Exactly.
She's gonna be on every other track with him.
Hey. But I'm saying, nah, bro. Shoot.
I was just about to say, this is exactly what I was just about to say. The Cowboys, that's what I was just stating earlier. The Cowboys gave us the blueprint. They gave the lead the blueprint on how you beat the Buccaneers. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick, put it in your playmaker's hands, avoid that pass rush. Don't hold on to the football. That's what Dak Prescott did in that game. Keep them off balance. So a lot of people were saying, like in that Dallas game, why they didn't run the football more. That's what the Buccaneers was expecting them to do. They were expecting them to feed Zeke, and they just went all out passing, which was smart. And that's the reason they were able to keep the game close. And we have the weapons to do the exact same thing. So they gave us the blueprint.
I'm sorry. Every time I think about Ja Rule, I think about that failed Grecian food commercial he was in. That shit was funny.
I know what you're talking about. Oh God, I know what you're talking about.
He's the only artist I know that got out of jail and nobody called him up. Hey man, get on that track. No.
Nah, stay your ass out there. You ain't built.
But Ja Rule coming out, I think he had looked like he was eating good and exercise. I was like, what he finna do? Nothing.
Hey, that's OG Loke right there.
OG Loke, baby. Oh man. Hey, he bought a bird.
That boy ripped. Tupac whole style.
Oh, Mad Mike. Before we get to the ending, you got that link up for where you just had your interview at, so you can go ahead and let everybody know.
Yes. Absolutely. You guys check that out, man. It's a fairly new channel for the most part, so kind of go get those guys some love. I know we probably have a lot of Bucs fans in the chat.
No, the hell I
know. Ja Rule got a couple hits. I ain't saying he don't have a couple hits, but god damn, boy, I told you that Grecian food commercial just makes me laugh every time I see it. That boy mispronouncing food.
That's all I remember.
Oh man, that shit funny, bro.
Yeah.
I want of them and my baby.
Oh man,
we gonna have. We need to bring him on over to be the Falcons hype man. He need a job. We need a job.
Oh yeah, he did definitely. Bruh. Hold on. Bro, y'all made me want to bring that commercial up so bad right now. Y'all made me want to do it so badly. Oh, I might do it. Oh, let me see.
Oh Lord.
Oh man. Yeah.
All right, I'm good. I think.
I gotta do it now, man. Hold on.
You finna go find it to watch.
I'll look for it.
Oh, my chest hurt. Oh,
there you go. My green screen ain't worth shit now.
Oh.
See,
Ja Rule heard you, sir.
They dropped me. I don't go. Whatever, the show almost over, so I don't care.
all right.
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Hold on.
So we can go watch some Ja Rule.
Hey, I ain't worried about that. Look. Hold on.
Oh, and Aisha said she never heard of Ja Rule.
Wow.
See, that's even worse.
Hold on. Look. Hold on. I'm finna show y'all. Hold on.
Oh man.
I told you every time I see this goofy ass commercial, this is all I think is
Yo, mama.
Oh, man.
Gyro, you ever ate your life so good? Think of you got
my God.
Peters, Pop Cristo Peters. They got everything. I'm gonna just give you a rundown of some of my favorites. They got tzatziki, octopi tequila, whatever. But it's good.
Oh my God.
Pizza. And they got wine too. I'm telling you, come on down to Papa Cristo. You can't even pronounce the food. It's so good. Show them what you working with, Papa. Show them how you doing.
Hey, Papa. Hey, where are you? Papa Fish, are you here? Papa Fish, are you here?
Come on down to Papa Cristo's, 2771 West Boulevard, Pico. Or you can call right now and get it delivered. Papa Cristo's. Ooh, make you want to do the thing.
That boy ain't got no shoes on.
Oh my God, boy. Oh Lord. Dude.
Y'all know y'all love that. That y'all love
Oh my God.
Y'all hold
Oh
out
my
pickles at
God.
night.
Oh, man.
Like,
Oh,
what
Lord.
the fuck was that?
I'm good, bro.
I told you.
I can't get on Final Thought, bro. I can't even think right now.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
bro.
man.
Hey, these folks probably be asking me like all the time, like, bro, what the hell do you be doing all day?
Oh my gosh. We need to close. All right, let's close.
Let's go ahead and close it out.
Oh my God. Hey, man. I gotta go first because I can't talk. All right, look. Hey man, I appreciate it, Robert. I appreciate it.
We got some news real quick. We got some news.
Bye, y'all. Bye.
Wait a minute. Before we close out, I just got a movie cut. What? I'll wait.
Go ahead, Miss Maggie. Go ahead.
All right, just showed that Falcons cut Elliott Fry, wide receiver Jawan Green, and David Wells from the practice squad today. Let's see what else we got. Anything updates? Because I was like, we ain't got nothing, no news today.
Nah, no. The only news was that goddamn video we just saw.
KStylzz, I hate you, bro. I can't stand your ass, man. Oh Lord, Jesus Christ.
Oh shit.
But yeah, that's it. I thought it was some breaking news, but it ain't nothing but practice squad players. All right, people. All right, let's go ahead and close it out. Matt, Mike, are you done?
Mad Mike done.
Do I need to play it again?
No.
No, please, no, Lord. I can't believe, bro. Please just end the show. Please, Lord, have mercy. Oh, God.
Did you want to go ahead go Jew talk?
All right. Look, y'all don't make me laugh because y'all weak right now. But we want to thank all of you guys for tuning in tonight. We're looking forward to this game on Sunday. We'll see what the Falcons can do against the Buccaneers. Like I said, I just want to see improvement. I don't really care. I do want to see a win, but as long as our Falcons put up a good fight, as long as they actually show improvement from week 1 to week 2, like I said, we know that this is a new regime. We know that Arthur Smith, they're still putting in their new schemes and things of that nature on the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball. So I just want to see improvement from this team. If I see improvement and the game is close and we're not making those same mistakes we made in the first game, then I know we're headed in the right direction. But this game is going to be a great litmus test to see what our Falcons team is made of. As KStylzz talked about, Jalen Mayfield, I want to see what he's made of mentally. I want to see if these guys are mentally tough and seeing if these guys improve from week 1 to week 2. That's all we can hope for in this game, but I do think that it'll be a close game. But with that being said, you guys make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, not just on Jew Talk Sports, Atlanta Falcons Nation, on the road to 2K, KStylzz, Mad Mike Sports. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button for us. If you haven't already hit that like button on this video, please hit that like button on this video as well. I don't know if you guys want to, give y'all closing. Mike look like he done.
Mike done, bro. Oh man. I'm gonna go ahead and get my closing part right now. I'm gonna get my closing part by request. I'm gonna go ahead and play it again.
No.
Bruh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is the last time.
Got the best mother gyros. You ever hate your life so good. Take one think to you got to have Peters, Pop Cristo, Peters. They got everything. I'm gonna just give you a rundown of some of my favorites. They got Aziki. Hold on. Octopi Kia. Well, whatever, but it's good. Apple Mano soup, Copper Pizza, and they got wine too. I'm telling you, come on down to Papa Cristo. You can't even pronounce the food. It's so goddamn good. Show them what you working with, Papa. Show them how you do it.
Hey, Papa. Hey, where are you? Papa Cristo, are you here? Papa Cristo, are you here?
Come on down to Papa Cristo's, 2771 West Boulevard, Pico. Or you can call right now and get it delivered. Papa Cristo's. Ooh, make you want to do the thing. Opa!
All right, we good. All right, I'll be for real this time. Like I said, y'all, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Like I said, you make sure you subscribe to 6-Man KStylzz channel. Hey man, on the road to 500. I need 64 more, y'all. Hold on right quick. Good Lord, have mercy. Yeah. And I have a message to the quote Falcon fans that want to bully the other Falcon fans that still have hope. Go buy the opposite team jersey so you can be better with your life. That's too much wasted energy on some bullshit. And Opa. Hey, that's all I got.
You ready, Matt, Mike? Because I wanted to go last.
No, let's just hit that subscribe button. I'm done, man. All right, I hate you, KStylzz. I freaking hate you good, bro. Oh, Lord. I forgot all about
I'll
that.
go ahead and finish. I'm gonna let y'all get y'all laughs out, but I wanted to announce that we are really, because it's like I've been putting posts out there and everything, but we are looking for, especially towards mid-season, we are definitely looking for our opposite, our divisional rivals to join us for NFC South Showdown. It's gonna be, creators, fans, whatever, whoever want to be a part of this. Tampa Bay, all of y'all. I'm looking for y'all. Hit me up if you're in the chat. Please hit up Miss Maggie, Maggie T at Atlanta Falcons Nation, Twitter, Miss Maggie T, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you can find me. I am looking for not just Falcons fans, but we want to have a nice little round table discussion with amongst our NFC South fans and creators. I know Mike just went on the Tampa Bay Bucs YouTube, so we're gonna probably have them on the show. But it will be kind of nice if we can have this discussion with a whole bunch of other fans talking about their teams once we kind of get into the season just a little bit. Especially, it would have been nice to have them on for Friday, the Tampa Bay, at least some of them to come on the show for Friday, because I feel like we should definitely invite our, our divisional rival fans to come join us sometime. So y'all just won't be seeing our faces all the time. In addition to that, if anybody had been watching the invite for the meet and greet, I decided to go ahead and cancel it on out. And the reason why I'm saying that, because I just don't want to risk our people that's coming from out of town, especially with Georgia and our governor over there acting a fool about mask mandates, especially with my oldest daughter's school has actually closed back to digital. I'm fearing, especially when it gets a little bit sicker and colder and we already got hospitals filling up, I don't want to risk anybody coming out here and saying that we got sick at the AFN event. So we'll just have to revisit that meet and greet a little later. Not saying we're not going to have it, but I'm thinking I'm going to just postpone it just to see how things die down here. I know we go to the games and everything and have a good time, but right now, I just don't want to put all our fans into risk at this point. I don't want to take that responsibility at this point. So we will have a meet and greet. We can do some small little local tailgates or things like that. I might try to do that, but the huge meet and greet where we got people, hotels booking and all that, I don't want to risk it, people. So chop it up to the game for the time being. We will have our meet and greets sooner or later, but I just want everybody to be safe. That's just the bottom line of everything, so. Sorry about that, people, but we will get it back going again. Okay. I promise.
Hey, I'll about to say that Ja Rule commercial. That's what every Eagles fan was dancing like when they won. But what we say?
We don't need that.
Yeah, exactly. That and I'm about to say Drew practicing that in the mirror right now. So about to say, here AFN, we ain't here to play. We here to stay. You ain't gotta go home. Come on, Mike.
Get the hell out of here. Mike, you playing. Bye.
Deuces. Damn it, deuces.